Hello, this video is about my midterm assessment presentation, and my name is Yaqian Zheng, and the the name of this is about the data analysis of the video game sales dataset, and this is the report which combine the assignment 1, 2, and 3 and include some of the analysis technique like data cleaning, and then I set up some goals and then I solve these goals, use the Excel functions. So this is the introduction. It's about to apply the Excel functions which learned from module 1 to 4, and I set up some goals and then give the solutions. And this is what I learned from all these modules. It's about like a range, lookup functions, match or pivot table and charts, subtotal, date and time, and also the descriptive statistics, which can give some preliminary result about this dataset. So first, let's go to the dataset. So this dataset was generated from this website, and this website is a network of like combined all 5 video games website, and include these sites. So it's a video game sales tracking website, so that it provides some weekly sales figures and some of the software and hardware by regions. And because it collect the data from these top 5 professional video game websites, so I think this data set that collected from can overall respond to the accuracy and steady of the counts on the sales of the video games all around the world. So use this data set, I think, because in this data set it contains like about 16,600 observations. So I think it's a very huge observation, a huge data set that I can use to work with and do some further analysis. So this data set also include 11 attributes, and include the days attributes, which is the year of the game's release, and there's some numerical data which I listed here in this table, and some category data which is in the table as well. So it has a name, a platform, general and publisher of the game, and the rank, which is like an ID from one, like a list of all these video games, the year of the game's release, and these are the sales from different regions. It has North America sales, Europe sales, Japan sales, and others. Also, is the total worldwide sales. It's called the global sales. So for the data cleaning part, I thought that in this dataset there are several missing values appears in the attribute, year, and publisher, and both these two attributes are categorical data. So I think I don't have any clues to do some data operations that I can fill in these missing values. But there's only a few missing values. So for the accuracy of this further processing, and I delete some of the rows that include the missing values, which has the NA rows. And after I delete the missing rows, and now this data set has about 16,292 observations. So in this slide is it's called the data analysis one, is response to the assignment one. And these are listed goals that I can solve from this assignment and use these different Excel functions. So let's go to the Excel file for real quick. Uh, this is the whole data set, and this is this part from here is about the assignment one. So it totally I solved the 6 questions in this assignment, and the first is to count how many publishers in total, which I have used the match and row function, and then count them together. I can get a number of like about 439 publishers in total. The second question is to find the year and publisher of the specific game. It's called the Disney Magical World. To solve this problem, I use the VLOOKUP functions, and I can find the year and the general of this game. And the third is to find the sales of Nintendo Land in the various regions. Use the HLOOKUP function. And so in here, I can see that there are several regions all listed here, and with the number of sales listed right here, and here is all the functions. So from this, we can briefly conclude that the Nintendo Land is more popular in North America region than other regions. The next question is what is the range of the sales in North America? So it's simple that we just use the max function and to subtract the minimum function, and then we can get the range. It's about $41.49 million. The next is the average sales in Europe. We just use the average function that provided in Excel. And then is the highest sales in Japan. So for this one, I use the max function to solve this problem. So finally, I have created this this chart, which I also copy this chart to my slides right here. So this chart is about all the sales in different regions, include North America, Europe, Japan, other, and the global. So this account the total sales, use the sum function, and the highest sales use max function. The average sales use the average function in the Excel. So we can obviously see that the North America has more purchasing power than other places in video game because all the numbers are higher, much higher than in other regions. And next, we go to the second assignment. And in this assignment, I have mainly solved some goals by using the pivot chart. So let's go to the Excel. So I have about 4 results and I named from result 1, which is the first question. The first question is about which game has the highest sale in Japan. So first I have created this all the sales amount of game in Japan, and I use the name as rows and calculate the sum of the sales in Japan. I can get this huge pivot table. Then I find the highest sale in Japan. All I have to do is to choose that the highest amount of sales, so that the correspond game name will be shown in this cells. So for example, if I change another number, it will show the name of the game that has this amount of sales. So based on this pivot table, I have count to select the multiple items, and then I can have that the first like top 10 popular games in Japan, which has the highest the first 10 higher sales amount in Japan. So these are the games, and this has the sales. Based on this table, I create this chart, so we can see that the Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue is more popular in Japan. Many people love this game. And the second question is to find out what type of genre appear most. So we go to result 2, and I create this pivot table by use the genre and the count of the genre. Also, I include the name in each genre, but it is a very huge list, so we can just only focus on the genre. So we can see that in this pie chart, the action genre appears the most. And the third question is which platform support more games. So we go to result 3. I have created this similar pivot table here by choosing the platform and the count of game. So totally I can get this number of like which platform appears support more games, and I can draw this bar chart as well. So from this chart, we can see that the DS and the PS2, like these two platforms, has support more games than any platform here. And the last question from the assignment 2 is asked that from which year did the sales in Japan is higher than in North America. So to solve this problem, I'd use the subtotal functions right here. So I add the subtotals each year. I add the subtotal each year, and I only calculate the sum of North American sales and Japan sales each year. So after that, like we can also expand this table to see exactly the details of each rows, or we can just see it like the overall, like which year is higher that Japan sales than the North America. So the highlighted are the answers that I need. So about this year's, we can see that the sales in Japan is higher than in North America. So this is the chart that I copied from my Excel file. They are the same charts. So then we go to the last one. Is about the assignment 3. This assignment I solved these goals, and the first 3 of them are related to the date and time functions that I'm going to need in the Excel. So since my data set here, it has not the exact the time function, a time column that I'm going to use. It only has the years, which is the video game release the years, but I cannot do anything or add some like daily or monthly data here. So just only for the practice, I need to create a single date column, and then I identify the day of the week, then calculate the day in the year. And these 3 answers are shown in these 3 columns. I have just randomly like create the date from January 1st, 1975. So it will end with in August the 9th and 2019. It's just for create the date. It's just for practice. Then I can use the text function to identify which the day of the week, and also I can use this function to calculate the day of the year. And the last questions is to answer like which genre has the highest sale in Japan. So go back to Excel file. We go to this pie chart. That is the answer for this question. So I have included the general and the sum of sales in Japan. I can see that in this pie chart that the role-playing type of game is most popular and has the highest sale in Japan. And the last thing in this assignment is to create a descriptive statistic that in the Excel file. It will generate in another new sheet in the Excel. So by clicking like analyze the data to kind of generate this single sheets. So I used this to calculate the about global sales. Actually, we can also generate another attribute as well. So back to this sheets, we can see that this is the whole information that about the global sales, and from this one we can get some preliminary result about this attribute. So the mean of the global sale of video game is about $0.539 million, and the range here is $82.73 million, and the sum of the global sales is about 8,000 and $778 million. And this is the whole whole things about my presentation. Thank you.